Did you know that when Solon visited Egypt, specifically the city of Sais in the Nile Delta, he met with the priests of the Temple of the goddess Neith? During that meeting, the priests told him a very ancient story about a great civilization that existed thousands of years earlier. They said it was greater and more powerful than any civilization known to the Greeks at the time. The priests told Solon, "O Solon, you Greeks are but children compared to our age. You remember nothing of what came before you, but we preserve records going back thousands of years. There was once a great island called Atlantis, beyond the Pillars of Hercules, ruled by an extremely advanced civilization. But it fell due to its greed and corruption, and it disappeared in a single day and night beneath the sea, following devastating earthquakes and floods. Some researchers, especially those outside mainstream academic circles, believe that the story of Atlantis is not just a myth, but rather a symbolic reference to a very ancient civilization in the Nile Valley, which collapsed due to climate change or a massive natural disaster such as a flood. The Egyptian priests told Solon that this event happened 9,000 years before your time, around 9600 BC. A period that coincides with the end of the Ice Age and massive climatic shifts. Evidence these researchers point to includes: Plato's account came from Egypt. The priests at the Temple of Sais were the original source of the story, not the Greeks. This gives Egypt a central role in the tale. Sacred geometry of Atlantis, its concentric circles and steppe zones, closely resembles ancient designs found in places like ancient Heliopolis and some pharaonic remains. The Giza pyramids and temples in Upper Egypt may be remnants of a civilization older than the Pharaohs, possibly built upon or inspired by a pre-flood civilization. This theory is commonly proposed by independent researchers such as Graham Hancock. The Egyptian researcher Ahmed Adly, highly recommended. Check out his YouTube series called The Lost Civilization, presents a compelling interpretation of the name Atlantis, linking it to ancient Egyptian civilization. He notes that the word Nessos in some dictionaries is translated as land submerged by the Nile flood, suggesting that Atlantis may have symbolized ancient Egypt, which was regularly inundated by the Nile. He also points out that the sea we now call the Atlantic Ocean was once known as the Sea of Atlas, further strengthening the possible link between Atlantis and Egypt. According to this interpretation, Adly proposes that Atlantis is not a mythical island in the Atlantic, as Plato described, but rather ancient Egypt itself, a symbol of a highly advanced civilization that was lost due to a great natural catastrophe like a massive flood. We'll continue this series by exploring more perspectives, helping you think critically and draw your own conclusions. Could the ancient Egyptian civilization be even older than we've been taught?